What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Lloyd G, and welcome to Swish TV. Swish TV is a new platform that shines the light on athletics, sneaker culture, and hip-hop. So without further ado, welcome to the first episode.
I've been ballin' like a Laker, I think my last name Jabbar. I'm like Kobe in the clutch, I'm really setting the ball. I'm like Magic with the assist, stand in the kitchen, I serve up the dish. Scoring the place with the flick of my wrist, reeling the mill like I'm fish off the pit. I've been ballin' like a Laker, I think my last name Jabbar. I'm like Kobe in the clutch, I'm really setting the ball. I'm like Magic with the assist, stand in the kitchen, I serve up the dish. Scoring the place with the flick of my wrist, reeling the mill like I'm fish off the pit.
So our first episode brings us Coach Darwin Salaam. Coach,
What's going on, my man?
how you doing?
Good, bro. Good and blessed.
Excellent. We're glad to have you here with us on Swish TV. So we'll start with what you're currently associated with, and then we'll get the history and your background, and then we'll speak about what the future holds.
All right, I got you.
So from my understanding, you're currently coaching athletics at Sparkman High School. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, man. That's my alma mater. I graduated from there in 2004. Currently, I'm the CEO and head coach of Squad Inc. Training. That's what I do full time. But yes, I coach tight ends. I'm the tight ends coach for the varsity football team, and I'm the strength and conditioning coach for the basketball team. Wow. So, coaching athletics is my thing. I'm very blessed to be doing it in my home soil too.
So, tell us what it means to you to actually be a coach.
Whew. Man, you know, if somebody would have told me I would be a coach or even a trainer when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have believed them because I had such a high standpoint, a viewpoint of the coaches that I looked up to. Coach Lynn Lanier, he used to pick me up for school every day, and we would talk about North Carolina basketball. We would talk about everything that was going on that we would see on SportsCenter the night before. So if somebody would have said, Darwin, you be a coach one day, I had to think how much did Coach Lanier help me. You know, and he was the first coach that ever gave me a job at Discovery Middle School when he got the job back. He got the job to be their head coach and be their STEM teacher. Powerful. He hit me up, you know. So what it means to me to be a head coach or even be a coach at any time in my life is like sending the elevator back down. You know, it's like I'm instilling confidence in kids that one coach once instilled in me. You know, so it's like I'm just giving back, and this is the platform I get to give back.
I'm a visual guy, so when you say sitting that elevator back down,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying, because you're repositioning and making sure that the young ones have the same opportunity that you had.
Right.
That's powerful. That's powerful. So now with that, I also understand that you have quite an extensive history of sports yourself.
Right.
Specifically, college football and playing for the University of Alabama. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Roll Tide. So,
Roll Tide.
I was actually a Division II scholarship athlete at HBCU, Stillman College. Shout out to SC. They offered me a scholarship to play out of Sparkman, right down the street, right? So there's a narrative behind that. Sparkman was bigger than Stillman, so it was a kind of a culture shock for me going to a HBCU that was smaller than my high school. But I had a girlfriend that went to UA, so I was always on campus at UA. But it was the Kentucky State game, 2004 at Stillman. We won. We had beat them. Good, solid game. But Alabama was playing Ole Miss that same night. So when I'm pulling out of Stillman, I see the lights from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and I thought to myself, like, I've had dreams of being in the NFL. Want to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Yes, Bama's best kept secret. I used to write it on my tape, BBKS. And I thought, you know, I got one chance to play college football. That's where I got to be.
Yeah. So
I just decided to leave a scholarship, full ride, and walked on at Bama. Left my scholarship at Stillman 04, walked on at 05. So 05, 06, I was with Coach Shula as a scout team wide receiver. And then when Coach Saban came in, you know, clean slate for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get on the field if you know, prioritize your personal accountability and work hard. So I'm grinding, trying to get it.
So let me wrap my mind around this. So we have scholarship, Stillman.
Yeah.
Leave scholarship, walk on, University of Alabama.
Right.
In comes Nick Saban, play for Nick Saban.
Right.
Make the team. And playing for probably one of the most historic universities in terms of college football.
Right.
So that's powerful within itself. So I gotta ask, how did you have the strong mindset to say, this is going to happen. We're going to make this happen.
Man, I never second guessed it. You know, I don't know what it was. Just going back thinking about it, even kids have asked me that same question. Like, that I'm coaching now at Spartan. I'm like, Coach D, one of our best players, Gio, he said, Coach D, what made you think you could make it? You know what I'm saying? You came from Sparkman, and we weren't a good football program. You know, I started 31 games. We won 10. So leaving high school, I was a part of a losing background. I played well, but we lost. Many times I played my best game. So when Gio asked me that, I thought to myself, like, I never doubted. I never doubted. Like, I won a national slam dunk contest in high school. You know, so at the end of the day, I knew I had athleticism. I knew I was 6'3". I knew I had the ability to go up and get any ball. I grew up watching Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald. So, you know, those are my GOAT receivers. So when I was in a position to be playing SEC ball, the same place where Forrest Gump played, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was nothing for me. I was blessed to be given this size, and first day on the team, I was the number 1 receiver for the other team every week. So I'm going up against the number 1, number 2 defense for the University of Alabama for 3 years, top 10 defenses 3 years in a row, and I never once thought I shouldn't have been playing on Saturday.
That's powerful. So before we do move forward, I have to give me one interesting fact, one interesting story about playing for Coach Nick Saban.
All right, so this is probably the most crazy thing about my ability was that I wasn't very fast, but I could jump, like I said. So whenever a quarterback would throw the ball up, I would get it at a high point, and I'm mossing quite often.
Randy Moss,
quite often, you know. But at the end of the day, there's a higher risk of injury if you're doing that. So Coach Saban and Coach Smart used to tell me, Salaam, stop jumping for the ball after Tuesday. Stop, you're going to get somebody hurt. And I'm thinking to myself, like, put me on the field Saturday, and I'll take it easy on these heads through the week. And, you know, you can't really be that mad as a coach looking back at someone giving max effort. I was giving max effort. So I have to say one of the funniest things was, like, Coach Saban and Coach Smart tried to get me to just stop going up for the ball because it was coming down as a catch. Because, you know, you run a certain defense with your starters.
Right.
You want to see them execute it versus guys who aren't even on scholarship.
Right.
I'm not on scholarship. I'm paying to play at Bama, you know, and I'd say to these guys, man, I would abuse DBs. Yeah. So, you know, we're going into the game Saturday like, man, if this receiver is better than Salaam, we're in for it. Because I'm trying to give them the best possible look. So
now that's a great story, but I think there's another one that's equally as greater. Now, finishing college. So you actually have the opportunity, and you did graduate from college, correct?
Yeah.
So I think that narrative is equally as great as playing for great coach Nick Saban, great University of Alabama. Coach Darwin Salaam graduated from the University of Alabama with his college degree. I think that's even more powerful.
Right. You got to finish. You got to finish. I think a lot of times we prioritize going to school after high school, but we don't finish. You know, so I had an opportunity to have a senior night in 2007 or have it in 2008, and it was one of the few times in my life I was a follower. All the walk-ons were going up in 2007 because oftentimes as a walk-on, you don't use all 5 years of your eligibility. You only use 4 because you're really in school just playing football on the side. But I still had this thought process to be an NFL wide receiver. So, but I was down in the dumps the Ole Miss week of 2007. So Ole Miss is coming back around, right? I didn't get to dress out for the travel team. I didn't get to travel to Ole Miss, so I took it some type of way, and I followed the other walk-ons upstairs and signed my papers to get a senior night. So the senior night was against University of Louisiana Monroe, Coach Saban's first senior night. We lose to ULM. So people are calling for his job, I think, on Paul Feinbaum the next Monday. Coach Saban's never going to work. He's not a good coach. So I'd love to get that audio clip. But I leave the team in 2007, and I'm just out in the wild, so to speak, as a football player, playing semi-pro, trying to figure it out. But my dad pulls me to a side. He was like, son, you know, my biggest dream in life is going to see you graduate college. I was like, man, that's crazy that you tell me your biggest dream in life is something that I am going to accomplish. And that gave me a refocus. I refocused my energies from not just trying to make it to the league to play ball, but let me get this paper from my pops. Because it means that much to him. For him to tell me it's a dream of his, it's now a dream of mine. Because before then, I was just wanted to play ball. Just wanted to play ball. I was a history major, just learning about stuff, but failing classes, just doing the bare minimum to stay eligible.
Right.
So when he told me, you know, I want to see you graduate, I went to the advisor, saw what would be the best way for me to graduate, not as soon as possible, but the most expedited approach. Because like I said, I'm paying for school, political science, international relations. So that's what I got my degree in political science and international relations. And when I crossed that stage, I still got the video. I hear my dad just just proud, you know. And I saw him cry after that ceremony because he grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and Chicago. He saw George C. Wallace tell Vivian Wallace, I don't want you and your kind going to this school.
Wow.
So to see his son graduate from that same university, that's power. You know, there's a lot to that. You know, there's a lot to that. And I suggest that everybody, this is something that my receiver coaches at Stillman taught me. It was more so about playing. You play for somebody else. Play for your mom. Play for a handicapped person. Play for your teammates. Don't play for yourself. Don't live just for yourself. Live for somebody else. Live for your ancestors or the people coming after you.
So just understanding your background, that's powerful. And what was the degree that you?
Political science and international relations.
So we're going to segue internationally.
Yeah.
So I also understand that you played some international pro sports as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Speak on that.
So 2016, I was a wide receiver and the assistant offensive coordinator for the Uppsala 86ers, which is in the Swedish American Football League called Super Serin. And what people fail to realize is that when the U.S. started occupying land in Europe after World War II, during World War II, the military bases would be set up and guys would throw football. And that's where football in Europe really came from. So you see the German league has been playing since the 1930s. The Japanese have been playing since the 1940s.
Wow.
So the Swedes have been having their Super Serin championship game, their Super Bowl, for I think 38, 39 years now. So in 2016, I was actually a part of the Uppsala 86ers' first Super Serin game in 25 years. So, you know, I was able to go to Sweden, a foreign country, in an Olympic year, get a medal. We came in second place in the country, and I came back to the U.S. with a medal around my neck. And I've been able to build my platform thanks to numerous trips to visit my ex-wife. A lot of people may have ill will toward the ex, but if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be able to say I'm global at this point.
That's powerful.
Being able to still find myself encouraged enough to go back to that country after her and I split ways.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to coach and play in 2016, 4 years after I thought I was done. So I jumped on that opportunity. I was able to train a lot of kids and teach a lot of children American football and as well about my training methods. So
That I tell you what, man, that is so powerful. And just knowing that we have an individual with a background like yours, you know, extensive history as far as sports is concerned, playing from a high school level to a collegiate level, you know, scholarship, Stillman, playing walk-on, University of Alabama, graduating with degree, you know, and then going over internationally, playing professional sports as well. That's powerful, man. You know, many wouldn't even imagine that we have someone like yourself right here in our community, you know, Huntsville, Madison, Harvest, Alabama.
The Rocket City.
You
know, it's tough for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but it's tough for me to drive down 565 and see that rocket and not think I got to take off. You know, it's motivation. And the people it's just like a New York state of mind. You know, you see them skyscrapers, you see the hustle and bustle, you want to be a part of it. You want to be able to contribute to what makes your hometown what it is.
Right.
And I see the Rockets. I'm not going to be an astronaut, but I can still take my brand, my business, my mindset to the next level. That's why there's a star in my logo. At first, it was a fist coming at you, you know, hit squad, coming at you and doing whatever it takes for you to see us. But now I'm at a point now to where it's like we pull the star down because we're pulling down our own legacy of greatness. And I wouldn't even think of being that high up in the atmosphere to pull a star down if I didn't see a rocket every day.
So, perfect segue. So we're going to go from international, bring it back home to what we're doing now. So after our international, you know, stint time playing pro athletics, what was next and how did we bring it home?
When I came back from Sweden in 2017, my pops had just had a stroke. When I was in Sweden, he FaceTimed me when he got out the hospital. He was like, stay there. I'll be straight. Just come home when you planned on it. You know, your mom's got me, your brother's got me, your sister's got me. And I struggled with that, to be honest with you, because I wanted to come home, but I had to finish. You know what I'm saying? Just like school, it was my dream at this point to play ball again, to coach, to build my business internationally. I replanted my seeds in the home soil. I was born in Chicago, but I was raised here. So that northern grinded out mentality is a part of me, but that southern thought process of working is a part of me as well. So right now I'm thinking about what can I do to impact my community, but also ensure that my vision to build a global business is still properly intact.
Right. So speaking about business, you currently own your own business. Centered in your background of athletics.
Right.
So tell us about the name of your company, your business, and what you do.
Right. So Squad Inc. Training, it's an acronym. It's a military town here in Huntsville. So Squad is Superior Quality Unmatched Athletic Development. Inc. is not incorporated. It's individuals and camps. So even the C in Inc. is camps is core agility muscle program. So I tried to inject as much intellectual property as I could within the name of my business because this is my life. You know, so I'm very blessed to have always been able to be confident enough to take my show on the road, so to speak. So I had the food truck concept and put it in the fitness industry. Everybody needs to eat, but not everybody likes the restaurant. Everybody needs fitness, but not everybody likes the gym. So I've been able to bring the gym to a lot of people. But thanks to Empire Fitness, where we're at right now, I've been able to have a home base and then still go all over the place. So it's a blessing to be able to be humble enough to look at others to help you help them.
That's powerful. So again, to briefly recap, we have a citizen of the community, background in athletics, who had the opportunity to play football high school level, also had the opportunity to gain scholarship and also walk on to University of Alabama, play for Coach Saban, graduate as well, then go on to play international football, and then bring it home, start own business, and then move forward with training, athletics, and also coaching our young individuals here in the community.
Right.
Coach Salaam, that's powerful, brother.
Yeah, bro. I mean, to be at my old high school, I could have never imagined, you know, but Coach LaRon White got the job in 2017 to be the head coach. He built Tanner up to be the powerhouse that it is now. He was a former Alabama national champion, and he was even a high school champion. He just comes from a lineage of strong coaches. His dad's a coach, his little brother's a coach. Pretty sure his son's gonna be a coach. I'm pretty sure his twin sons may do some type of coaching or developing youth because it's so adamant in this family. Like his wife is a teacher. So Coach White, I messaged him on Facebook, let him know I played at Bama, and he didn't even meet me. He said, come on, I can use you. And the first year I was on the staff, I was just on volunteer basis, really, but I was more player development, trying to just create an environment, a family within the program, and I helped with the wide receivers. Then the second year, I was the actual assistant wide receiver coach and the player development coordinator, to where this year I'm the tight ends coach, and I still do a lot of the same player development stuff. Man, I've injected myself through other people allowing that opportunity to present itself, and I'm big bro to a lot of these kids. I'm a coach, yeah, but I try to be a big brother as well, so that they can feel comfortable telling me about what's happening outside of sports. It's not just sports for me. I want to make sure that they're good for real.
Indeed, and the commonality as far as theme that I'm hearing in all of this is goal setting, consistency, and follow through. Would you say that that's accurate?
Yeah. Very.
I tell you what, that's a huge lesson that I think we all can learn from and then apply in our own lives as well. Coach Salaam, it's certainly been a pleasure.
Right, bro.
Now, before I let you get out of here,
All right.
you already know this is a show that's heavy within the sneaker culture. So you have to let me know,
All right.
what is your favorite sneaker of all time?
Anybody that knows me knows I'm not a big sneakerhead, you know, so I have a wish list and I've had a purchase list.
Okay.
So on the purchase list, you got the Air Force Ones, the 6-inch butter Timberlands, or the black joints if it's really that dark.
Okay.
But the Jordan 11s, the Bread 11s, the Taxi Cab 11s, and then the 12s. The 11, because I've seen, you know, that's my childhood. I was born in 85.
Yeah.
I was born in Chicago, like I said, so I have vivid memories of watching WGN on a Wednesday when they're playing the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing Jordan just balling out in the shoes that I actually got a pair of 11s, the Bread 11s. Daniel Soderberg, the oldest son of the team president that I played for, he gifted them to me after we went to the Super Saiyan Championship because he knew how important of a role I had with that because he did a lot of motivating and stuff like that. But he gave them to me, and I thought to myself, bad. I didn't think nothing about wearing these out but to the gym. So I got holes in them now, but I got them in the car right now. I'll hoop in my 11s, but kids seem like, Coach, let me bust it up them breads. I'm like, they're basketball shoes. They're basketball shoes at the end of the day. So I got the Jordan 11s and Jordan 12s are just shoes whenever I'm on and, you know, quote unquote popping to where I can just waste money like people do on kicks. I'm going to have every colorway I've always wanted. Yeah. But the Gary Payton gloves, the only two, the leather zip-ups and the ones with the hand on the side. Yeah. My pops always bought me those, and then the Air Darwins.
Okay.
You can't be named Darwin and not fool with the Air Darwins.
Right. Hey, listen, y'all got to go check out them Air Darwins because Coach Darwin Salaam mentioned them.
You got to. Man.
I think the Jordan 11s is when he took it to the next level as far as his game and, of course, the shoe game as well. So I think you cannot go wrong with those Jordan 11s.
No, you cannot.
All right, y'all. So now, we certainly do want to thank everybody for tuning in to our first episode of Swish TV. Before we get out of here, Coach Salaam, I do want to bring everyone's attention to a travesty that has recently happened. Now, recently, one of our community members, Dana Fletcher, was murdered in cold blood by renegade thug police officers from the Madison Police Department. What is your whole take on this heinous act?
You know, at first I was reserving what I needed to feel until I saw body cams. You know, that's a buzzword. Body cams is going to make us understand if the cops acted in good nature or bad nature. Body cams. And I thought to myself, like, I can wait on it, but like what? I don't know, there was something missing, right? So there was a video that was posted that showed the K9 jumping into his vehicle. And it kind of took me all around the world because people look at me a certain type of way when I tell them I'm from Alabama. Because with coming from Alabama, when you're abroad, especially as a black man, imagine what black men have looked like from Alabama to people outside of here. They see fire hoses being sicked on us. They see dogs being sicked on us, fire hoses being shot on us. They hear about the 16th Street Baptist Church. They hear about these racist things happening to us. So when they meet a black man from Alabama, they're like, whoa, they let you out? You know, it's like that type of energy. And I've always felt this. So when I saw that video of the dog jumping on him after the cop said, get him, I thought to myself, like, whoa, like, that's still policy? I thought dogs were used to search and find, search and chase. Like if a man's running from the cops, you get the dog, he gets him down. Or if someone's hiding from the cops, you give him a scent, Andy Dufresne style from Shawshank Redemption, and go find him. But for a dog to be, right there outside the vehicle when the man and his daughter and his wife are still in the vehicle is negligent, to say the least. And then to see that, I didn't need the body cam no more. I still want to see it. I don't want to see it like, but I think it still needs to be in the public light so people understand what happened to this man. Because for him to have been called for a public disturbance and then for him to be shot multiple times and 5 cops are on suspension, paid vacation really, that's BS. But before the body cam footage comes out, what are we gonna do to put pressure on the local law enforcement to let us know what your procedure is, at least with canines? What is your procedure with public disturbances? What makes you engage a certain person in the manner in which you engaged Mr. Fletcher? So there's much to be said, there's much to be found out about what all happened, but what we know is that it's possible for a cop in Madison, Alabama in 2019 to put a dog on somebody. That's heavy.
That's real heavy, and we certainly do send our prayers out to the family.
For sure. Rest in peace, Dana Fletcher.
To Dana Fletcher as well. Definitely rest in peace. Our condolences to the family, and we certainly do pray that justice is properly served. Coach Salaam, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Appreciate you, brother.
The first episode.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to working with you again in the future.
For sure. Yeah, man. That part. Oh, yeah. Swish.